Welcome back to PYJynJoy, Messages from the Divine. This is Charmaine, your holistic life coach, coming to you with a reading for the collective. So it may resonate with you, it may not resonate with you, but take from it what you will and use your free will to make adjustments in your life. Before we get started, let's cleanse the energy of the space and dive right in. So, Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? So let's split the deck, see what we get. We have choose wisely and firm foundation. So choose wisely. It says 7. So 7 is all about your inner wisdom, your insight, spirituality. So sitting on a dock, head bowed, hands up and receiving message. So we have different choices to make. So you have all of 5 different ways of going, but it's in contemplation by going within that you'll figure it out. Listen to your intuition. And you have this firm foundation, which is 4, which is all about your structure, your foundation, your base, your root chakra. So from the triangle to his strong back, to the arches, to the mountain in the distance, it's all about you having that firm foundation and ability to grow from there. 7 plus 4 is 11, so a master number, and all about your, again, spirituality, and also doubling up on new beginnings. 1 1. Balance is also. So, Divine, tell us what the collective needs to know today. Movement, choices, and decisions too. So again, back to choose wisely. So there's some movement that's happening in your life where you're like, what's behind door number 1, 2, 3, 4? And it's something that you need to make a decision on and figure out your next steps. So that's your immediate past. Your present is the waiting game again too, so that balance, that duality. So waiting, so you can see in the hourglass where there's deep roots at the bottom in the sand, and then up above is the tree that's being exposed as time goes by, as you're waiting out there circling around until the final decision can come about. So we have that happening. Then your immediate future is harmony. 6. 6 is all about your loyalty, it's birth, it's self-sacrifice. It's a lot that's with a couple. So, and then with all these 2s, so it could very well, and then wedding rings. So it could very well be that you're waiting to get engaged, perhaps. So we'll go deeper and see what each card is about, but we'll put the 5 spread out. And then, yeah, so look at this. Rejoice in celebration, 3. So 3 cups are raised in celebration, and that could very well, and again, it's 3. So 3 is about that expansion, the Trinity, past, present, future. So this could be where you're celebrating an engagement with rings coming, and then this waiting period before you can be together. And behind them is an archway leading to probably their home. And then the distant future is all suffering in silence. So 9. So there's completions. A chapter is ending. So there's something that's happens here. So you could have gotten engaged and then leading up to the decision to get married and waiting time until your marriage comes complete. But there in the distant future is some type of suffering that you'll do in silence. So we'll start out with rejoice and celebration. So Divine, tell us some more about this distant past where there was some rejoicing, cups were raised, and a salute and a toast. Tell us some more about that. Temptation. Okay. 6. 1 plus 5 is 6. So it's, again, look at this heart that's in the key. He's slamming the portal window, open shut, deciding what to do, being pulled or dragged down. So it's something that was a temptation that happened. So it could very well be where perhaps instead of just a celebration and engagement, maybe a third party interfered with the relationship. So let's see, what more can you tell us? Because I want to be sure whether is it a third person that's getting involved with this, or is there just, some what sensation that's coming up with this couple? That's why there's this movement. Let's see. Sacrifice. 12. So that's 3. So it is a third person that gets involved with this current relationship that's already there. There's some type of sacrifice because you're coming up to making this decision and perhaps sacrificing the love that you thought that you had with this person. You're now seeing it from a different perspective and look at the same brown watery here, and then here there it's more like earth is reaching up and trying to pull you down to Hades, hell, and here it's more with the emotions and you're seeing what's going on. So someone out there in the collective has had a relationship, a third person gets involved with it, whether it's you with the other one, but it's seeming more as though your partner, your lover, is the one that was tempted and brought in this third party into your relationship. And now you're seeing this and you're trying to decide what to do. And that's leading us to this movement, choices, decisions. Perhaps you were living together and now you're gonna have to make that move, separate or something. But there's some choices to be made, there's decisions to be made. So tell us some more, Divine, about this immediate past. So after finding out that they had a couple and now they've learned that their lover has gotten somebody else involved. So they're pulling on the spiritual strength. So collective, what Divine wants you to do is to pull on your inner strength. This is 9, again, is about completions, endings. So now you know that that has happened and you have to move forward. Again, making these choices and deciding what you're going to do. So pull on your inner strength, your spiritual strength. Do some meditation. Maybe speak with someone who's like a priest or something to help you to figure things out. So you're really trying to pull on that strength to help you decide what to do now that your relationship has a second person involved, like this second lover that this your lover brought into the relationship. So tell us some more, Divine, about this immediate past. What can you tell us about having to pull on the strength? What is the choice? Because we're coming up onto the waiting game. So obviously, the choice was made, and you're trying to wait on it. So tell us some more about that. Authority. Yep. So it's the guy that came forward and did all of this, and he's the one that is now, let's see, the 2 pillars. So again, the balance. He wants it both. He wants it all. He's like, I want both of them in my life, and he's being very stubborn about it and not wanting to give in. You see the gold circle around, gold circles there, and you have the circle in purple that's more pinkish, so more feelings. So he's just really adamant and wanting to have this and not wanting to lose you. So 4 is again that firm foundation. The 4, he feels that you've been together for so long that you have to give him a chance. Uh, to make it right, but he's not wanting to get rid of this other person. So that's why you have to decide, what do you want? Do you want to be in this three thruple type of relationship or not? So figure things out. You have to decide. So I'm going to ask again. So tell us some more about this guy, the lifelong partner that now stepped out in the relationship and wants the people in the collective to accept it. What can you tell us, Divine, about that? Light. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 is new beginnings. So is the sun. So you're really reaching, you're trying to connect. You did your spiritual strength. You're really trying to connect with source, with the divine, to help you to figure out what to do with this situation. And in it, it's just really where you have to, no one can make this choice but you. Okay, so whatever you want to do, so perhaps you're holding off, you're waiting, you want to wait and see. So you're not making a decision at this time. You're really trying to connect and get a download, get this guidance that you can from the divine to help you to make that decision. So that's why we're at this waiting game. So Divine, tell us some more about this waiting game that the collective is in for this relationship. What can you tell us about that? Triumph. So it's going to be true because look, it's coming up to harmony. So there's going to be some triumph. So is 7 again is about you reaching to your inner wisdom, your spirituality to try to help you figure things out. But you're charging ahead. It's the Chariot. So it's some success that's going on for you, and you've made that decision. So tell us what so triumph. So tell us some more about this triumphant decision that was made, Divine. Is the person staying because we're coming up to this harmony? What can you tell us about that? Victory and success. Six. So six again. Six coming up to six. I just said it. So you're going to stay. You're going to stay with this situation and just have it successful. You probably have even made it where it's just the two of you now. You that it's not going to after this waiting period of you trying to work things out and figure it out. You've come to the conclusion that you do want your relationship, but you're not going to have this other person involved. It's just going to be the two of you. That's your victory and success. You've decided to remain in the relationship, but that second person that came in, that third party, they've been booted out. So you've overcome that. You're triumphant. You are, and speaking of like a trumpet, triumphant trumpet, you're shouting it out and letting the world know that this is what you're doing. So let's move to the immediate future. So you're back in harmony. You're looking, he's all smiles, like he's like, okay, good. I did get to keep you. I may have had to get rid of the other person, but it's you that I do truly love. It was just this some type of an indiscretion where he thought that he could have it all, but obviously you're not willing to do that. And you're a little skeptical. You're smiling, hands are there. It's like, not a full on smile of the lips, but looking at it intently like, I want to trust you. I want this to work. So tell us some more, Divine, about this immediate future. The couple has gotten back together and they've decided to move forward. Tell us some more about that. Passion ignited, one. So you've come together as one. He really reignited the passion in you. Maybe it was something that he did to try to get you to pay more attention to him. Maybe it was like an attention grabber type of situation, but it really made you see and understand that you do love him and there's a lot of passion that you share. It's one, new beginnings. You're very happy about it. Look at the green in the heart. That's the heart chakra, and then that fire that's burning deep inside of you, it's been rekindled and it's come back. So it took this painful moment of him being tempted and pulled to someone else to make you realize that you do want this relationship, you don't want it to end, and you have your passion reignited. So now tell us some more about this passion that has now happened, Divine. What more can you tell us about that? Destiny, one. So it could very well be that this is your soulmate, twin flame, maybe even your other half. So it's destiny for you. And it's, again, the wheel of fortune has come around to where it's for the best. Look again, the brilliant yellows that are happening. The sun's back out. You've got the light. You've got this new beginning. It's all moving forward for you. And that's what you've decided to do. But there is this suffering in silence that we're coming up on. So even though you may have decided to stay, because remember the facial expression that she had is like, can I really believe you and trust this? So we have this suffering in silence, Divine. Tell us, is it what this is about? Is it something where they're still on the edge with it? Like, tell us, because it's look at the edge of the cliff. Tell us more about this suffering in silence in the distant future. Transformation. Four, again, this foundation. Remember, four is a repetitive number in this. So we have this firm foundation once again, this transformation that you're undergoing. You take the mask off, or you're emerging like butterfly wings. So you're emerging from the chrysalis of what you were before. And now you have this insight. You've taken some time to spend alone and to not really voice it, although it's really recommended that you do communicate with your partner. You don't want to suffer in silence, but maybe you needed that. That's the boost that you needed to transform yourself, to change the way that you are, the way you're thinking, and to improve yourself. So even after this cheating lover, you brought them back into your life, and you still have this suffering, but it's making you change. It's improving the way that you are, and you're getting lighter. And again, the green, the heart chakra, the green that's going through it. So Divine, tell us some more. We'll pull another card about this distant future. So this transformation that the collective is under after their partner cheated and really begged them to come back and stay. They took a bit of time. So tell us some more about that, Divine. Look, choose wisely. So again, it's telling you to choose wisely. So you've had this transformation. So it could be where you're not going to stay. Maybe you will make a choice to not stay in the relationship further on. You may have just accepted them back for a period of time, trying to make it work. But with that suffering and silence, it's just hard to try to get over having your lover, someone that you're so intimate with, cheat on you so easily. So suffering in silence in all the months and time that you've been back with them caused you to change. You wanted to change. You wanted to have something new, and now you're deciding to move forward. Because at the bottom of the deck, we have hope, the star. 1 + 7 is 8. So that's all about prosperity. It's abundance. So you're getting back in love with yourself. You have that hope that you can have a good life after all, choosing wisely and deciding that it's up to you. You can make that decision. So whether you get back with them or not, that is something that you, excuse me, can decide. Figure it out, pull back on that inner wisdom, that spirituality, having that hope in your heart that things can get better or that you can get better without them. But be sure to also from the bottom, rest and rejuvenate. 4 is again another 4 for the foundation. Here he's in a forest, reconnecting, like grounding to the earth and getting that connection to source, hands open and to receive the message, receive the download. So it's time for you to take a break and decide what it is that you want. Decide what it is that you want to do with it, because it's a really serious thing. You've been with this person for quite some time and trying to figure out if it's worth the loss of it. But obviously you took them back, and but there's still something that's simmering underneath the surface that's bothering you. So I would say, in choosing wisely, make that choice. Only you can really know what is the best thing to do, what's best for you. You'll need some time to rest, to step away from it, be a bit of a hermit, and figure it out. So that's what the message is. So it's really for you to um, make that decision if there's something that you can live with long term, because you're suffering in the silence. So we'll now look at a crystal to see what crystal can help the collective in this relationship where they had a long-term lover. They cheated, the lover cheated, and then the collective accepted the lover back. But in the distant future is still some pain that's there that's causing them to change, the collective to change and redecide again what they need to do. So divine, what crystal will help? Ocean jasper. And it says, schedule yourself in. Rest and rejuvenate. Schedule yourself in. It's time for you to reconnect with yourself. The ocean, sitting there at the ocean's edge, trying to figure things out. So you are going to schedule time for yourself. Self-care is very important at this time. That's how you're having this transformation. So you want to take the time to maybe go away for a bit, take a vacation by yourself, get a couple of books or something, and read, or some magazines, and get a massage, a facial. Just spend some time taking care of you. Do some exercise, get some movement going in, maybe do some yoga. Um, so you can improve upon yourself and make yourself better. Because you can't change others, you can only change yourself. And that's what you're doing with this transformation. So that is the message for you today. I hope that resonated with you. I'd be curious to know how it resonated. So drop some comments in and I'll respond to them. Also, let me know where you're from. I'd love to know what part of the world you're in. And also, yeah, I would be so thankful if you will like the video, share it with your friends so the message gets out to the collective, and subscribe, because it helps me to build my channel so I can get the messages out to even more people. Click the notification bell so you know when I am posting something, but I do it almost pretty much every day, and also do some lives. So thank you for tuning in. I hope this works for you. Use your free will. Remember, with tarot, it's all about you having an idea, this barometer of how things are right now, and it gives you some insights that you can then make adjustments as best suits you. So until we see each other again, love, light, and joy.